I'm a little confused, Herm. The time change happened, right? Last week it was Friday. This week it's Big Herm Wednesday.
It's all around the time change. It throws everybody off, including the producer and everything.
Well, thank
I'm here.
Well, thank heavens you're here,
now,
right?
I'll be here tomorrow now, but you still should tune in just in case I show up. I don't think I'm here. But just in case I show up, you still should tune in and get some great ratings.
Okay.
All right.
I think that's it. All right. Well, we got this. We got this. Welcome to our live midweek edition of Virginia This Morning. Jessica Nolan. I'm going to work on this right here.
Jessica Nolan.
And, of course, we like to switch things up on our live show. He was here on Friday last week, as we said. Today, he joins us on...
Wednesday. Hump Day.
Ooh, that one. Wait, that didn't... Oh, it did come out of the rafters. All right, we're good.
All right.
Game on. Back with another... Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right. Come on now.
Okay,
get it together.
Last week, we celebrated our 5th anniversary with Herm.
And that's been awesome.
We got these super special glasses, which I looked for in my office afterward, and I realized, no, he took it. You don't trust me with keeping track of it, do you?
I just wanted to make sure they were here when I'm here. That's all.
All right. And I have a question for you. We posed this last week, a question for everyone at home. See how there's like the barometer of, we've got like a level on there where our names happen? So the big question is, do you fill to the bottom of the name, or do you go gonzo and fill up? I think it's early in the morning. I think it's bottom. I think it's bottom of the name today, Herm.
We got our name on the sign, and we should be able to do what we want to do, right?
Well,
sometimes.
I tell you. Speaking of that, we've got some cooking to do.
Got some cooking to do. All right.
What are we working on today?
We have some red pepper curry shrimp that we're going to do today.
It's like you have a secret. It's almost like you've communicated with Alexa in my kitchen or something.
Oh, yeah, Alexa in your kitchen? I'm trying to tap into that and see what's going on with Alexa in your kitchen.
You would have known I was using curry this week for the first time since last year. Yeah.
And this is red curry. Has a slightly different flavor. And once again, a lot of times, I'm not a huge curry fan in general. But like I said, if you use just enough, it's really, really good.
Well, I have a question for you right off the bat.
All right, she has another question. Here she is.
You said, see, I'm going to show up today. It's Wednesday.
All right.
It's not so late in the week like a Thursday. You said red curry. The recipe I was making called for was it red? I don't remember. It was paste, and all I had was the powder. So what's the difference?
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, once again, we can Google it after the show because I hate to be incorrect. And people say what Herman said, blah, 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 blah. I believe all it is just, it has moisture in it. So it's just like watered down a little bit versus just being as dry as the powder that we use.
Okay.
So that's it. So typically it doesn't have as much flavor just because if you have a concentrate and then you add water to it, or you have concentrate and you add liquid to it, it kind of decreases the flavor a little bit, but it's still good.
I've got news for us. I don't think we have to Google it. I think we could Cheryl Miller it. Cheryl, what do you say?
Uh-oh, Cheryl Miller.
What's the difference?
Where'd she go?
Herm is right.
Herm is right. Okay, it just has moisture and it's fresh.
She was Googling as soon as I said something.
Concentration. See, I told you we didn't have to Google it. She knows. Can I use them interchangeably?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Are measurements the same?
No.
All right. So we learned all of this right now. Herm, we've got an expert in the studio, an expert at the helm. I'm just a student. So these you already did all the batter.
I already did the batter. Once again, we had another chef on tonight, Mike from New York. So I didn't want to waste too much time. Shrimp, typically 2 to 3 minutes total. So like 2 minutes per side, it gives a total of 4 minutes. But I just want to be able to talk through it, and hopefully you'll be able to eat it too, so once it's not too hot before the end of the show. What we did was unique. We have some yogurt.
Yogurt?
Plain yogurt, no vanilla yogurt, just plain yogurt. A little bit of cumin, a little bit of salt, pepper, and sesame seeds in there.
Here's to yogurt
in a recipe.
I love it. Plain, not vanilla. Is it, okay, here's the next question for you. Is it Greek or is it
It's not Greek.
Regular?
Regular.
Is it non-fat?
It is
non-fat. Is it low-fat? I gotta know, Herm.
Man. All right, so it is low-fat, non-Greek yogurt. Okay. So it has a tendency to be a little bit looser than the Greek yogurt. It's super thick.
But look at the magic it's creating.
Right. And then, so that's the marinade. Typically, you want to marinate them, pull your tails off as always.
Yeah, don't leave those tails on.
Don't leave the tails on.
I just don't see the point for it. I really don't. I know sometimes it brings out a different flavor. But
a lot of times it just makes it look a little prettier, too.
Prettier. I don't look prettier fighting with the tails, trying to get them off to eat.
So that's it on that. So this is the marinade. Typically, put the shrimp in there 3 hours minimally. Can't do it overnight. Sometimes certain marinades, but with the yogurt, it doesn't have a tendency to break down the shrimp as much as it can do other meats. So, and the yogurt is a little softer. So you can do it up to overnight if you wanted to.
So wait a second. Okay, I make the marinade and put the shrimp in and let it sit for a minimum of 3 hours.
Correct.
Or overnight. It's not just making the marinade.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, so you make the marinade, put the shrimp in 3 hours or overnight. And then this right here is unique because it is Bisquick. And then we have a little bit of granulated fresh garlic cloves, salt, pepper, some cumin as well, and then that gives you a nice coated crust. Or breader. And then all we did was deep fry it. Here we did a saute pan here.
And you know, that is not, this is something that I'm not brave enough to try. I watch you do it and you make it look so easy. It's not a whole lot of oil. Like, I think when you deep fry, you've got to have like the Fry Daddy deep vat or something, and you don't. You can just do it right here.
Exactly. A lot of times you can do pork chops. I wouldn't recommend doing chicken in that little bit of oil personally, but and once again, the least amount of oil you use should be the better, but at least waste you have, and at least option of having a problem or spilling or what have you. And that's it. Boom.
Okay, and then so you've chosen, what are we presenting them with here?
This is, we chose, it's similar to ramen noodles. You can go to your Asian aisle, very similar to ramen, but not quite as inexpensive, I guess. It's not crazy expensive either, though. And then we did some peppers, onions, and we put a little bit of peanut oil in it as well to give it a little Asian flavor. That is warm enough if you want to try the noodles, but it's really, really good and give it a little Asian flair. And then here we made our own duck sauce. The main ingredient in that was apricot jelly.
Okay, and so that would give it what, like a little sweet flair?
Sweetness, exactly.
Now, Herm, you mentioned, so these are ramen noodles or ramen noodles cousin something
Ramen noodle
else?
cousins, but once again, you can use the regular old ramen noodles if you choose to. It won't be an issue.
Now, I can still see the steam, and I have learned a thing or two after a day or two. Here's to that.
Here's to that, learning.
But every day we are, if we wanted to super spice this up, like it has the red curry paste.
Powder. Right.
If we really wanted to spice it up, would you throw a little like sriracha?
Sriracha, I guess sriracha I would throw it in the duck sauce. This is a liquid.
Okay.
But you could also put more cayenne, increase the cayenne pepper.
I couldn't sriracha up in the yogurt?
You could put sriracha up in the yogurt if you want to. You know, you're all fancy.
I know. Nobody's ever accused me of that weight. They always do. Okay, little dipperoo in there in the duck sauce. Herm, great job.
Thank you.
High five.
Everything.
Hug it out.
Boom, hug it out.
Quality control. Don't forget.
Don't leave me hanging.
Don't forget, we're going to locate this recipe on our show website by early this afternoon, WTVR.com/VTM Quality Control. Here we come.
Here we come.
Send it over to you, Bill.